Hello friends, I'm Henner Gracie and I'm very happy to introduce you to the SafeWrap system, a proprietary method of 2-on-1 restraint that is designed to achieve maximum control over aggressive, suicidal, or emotionally disturbed subjects in the least amount of time possible with the lowest probability of injury to all involved. Originally, the system was created for healthcare institutions where staff members have always struggled to restrain violent and aggressive patients without causing or sustaining injuries in the process. A major California hospital system reached out to us and asked us to create a method of restraint that utilized no strikes, no joint locks, and no chokeholds. And initially my response was, it doesn't exist. But instead of giving up, I put on my inventor hat, and not long thereafter, the SafeWrap lateral restraint system was born. The system was so effective that it quickly became clear that SafeWrap had the potential to improve outcomes far beyond healthcare, from law enforcement, corrections, and security to fire, EMS, education, and beyond. Literally any organization that requires its employees to interact with the public would benefit from having all of its staff members trained and certified in the SafeWrap system. In a moment of crisis with an aggressive subject, the best outcome is to reduce the intensity of the encounter through verbal de-escalation and other methods of non-physical intervention. But if de-escalation fails, physical restraint may be the natural and necessary next step in order to keep everyone safe. Traditionally, 2-on-1 restraint is comprised of taking the subject to the ground and then rushing into prone position as quickly as possible. And while there are times when prone restraint is both necessary and advisable, when used as the default in 2-on-1 restraint scenarios, it can give the subject three distinct tactical advantages. Number one, escape power. When a person is on their stomach, they can push off the ground with great power and speed, allowing them to get back to their feet where they can escape or cause injury to others. Preventing this type of escape often requires significant pressure from the restrainers, which may not be feasible if they are smaller than the subject being restrained. Number two, hidden hands. Extracting the hands from underneath a subject's body can be very difficult. This obstacle and the frustration it often causes may trigger an escalation of force, which has the potential to increase the likelihood of injury for all involved. And number three, since the subject's hands are hidden from view, they may be able to access a weapon without detection. And by the time the restrainers realize it, it may be too late. Listen guys, I've pressure tested these restraint methods from the East Coast to the West Coast. And it doesn't matter if it's 3, 4, 5 restrainers or more. Everything seems to be going fine as long as they have me on my back. But invariably, they rush me to my stomach, and that's when I pop up to my knees and all hell breaks loose. So in every case, the biggest question in the room is, if things were going so well with me on my back, why did they have to rush me to my stomach? And in every single instance, in every single training room, they all said the exact same thing. We need you on your stomach in order to get your hands behind your back. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where history takes a significant turn for the better. For the first time ever, an actively resistant subject can be quickly and effectively restrained on their side, providing restrainers maximum control in the least amount of time while also reducing the likelihood of injury to all involved. Best of all, the system can be applied by any two staff members who speak the language, even if they've never previously worked together. The process starts with the subject being taken to the ground using a system called the safe down that prioritizes safety over everything. One person goes high while the other controls the legs before they guide the subject to the ground while controlling their head for the safest possible landing. Once the subject is on their back, one restrainer controls the upper body while the other controls the lower body. The upper body restrainer takes control of both arms, which prevents biting and reduces weapon access, and then they roll the subject on their side in tandem. This is where the lower body restrainer will establish crossover leg control, crossing the bottom tibia over the top femur to immobilize the subject's hips. From here, not only is escape virtually impossible, the subject's ability to punch, kick, or bite the restrainers is almost entirely eliminated. And even if there was a weapon in the vicinity, they would struggle greatly to access or use it due to the double wrist controls and the extremely limited upper and lower body mobility of the subject. If the subject needs to be further restrained, the SafeWrap lateral handcuffing procedure can be used to quickly and easily get the subject into handcuffs. This is the first systematic method of 2-on-1 grounded handcuffing for actively resistant subjects that can be performed with the subject on their side the entire time, providing several significant tactical and medical benefits. What's great is that even if the subject tries to resist halfway through, escape is extremely difficult due to the fact that their hips are so effectively immobilized by the lower body restrainer. To confirm that the SafeWrap system was reliable against fully resistant subjects, we went to Santa Monica Beach and offered $1,000 cash to anyone who could escape. We SafeWrapped countless volunteers, from 100 pounds to 300 pounds and everyone in between. These people literally gave it everything they had.
All right, I give up.
Okay, so Jake just said he gave up. I have a few questions for him before we transition out of this position. Jake, are we hurting you right now?
No.
Did we hurt you?
No, I didn't feel no type of pain.
I actually got a bad shoulder too. It dislocates all the time. And I didn't even feel it like in there.
Wow.
Yeah, this thing like had surgery, pops out all the time. And it didn't feel like loose or anything.
Wow. Now, do you feel like you can breathe the whole time?
Yeah.
Can you breathe?
Yes, I can breathe.
Can you breathe?
Yeah.
Are they choking you?
No.
Can you punch us?
I don't think so.
Can you kick us?
I tried.
Can you breathe on your own?
Oh yeah, I can breathe. I'm very tired, but yeah.
That's your fault, not ours.
That is my fault, yeah.
Did you feel like I prevented you from breathing?
No, I could breathe the whole time pretty good.
Did you feel disrespected?
No, not at all. I feel like he was just playing with me.
In the end, no one got out, everyone surrendered, and everyone got handcuffed in the lateral restraint position. It was literally a perfect day of arresting people at the beach. Can we find a way to subdue someone in a way that's safe for them and safe for the officers in that situation?
Well, I think we just found one.
My man! In moments of crisis, communication is at its best when everyone is on the same page and emotions are under control. With SafeWrap, subject control can be achieved so immediately and so effectively that officers can remain calm and communicate effectively not only with one another, but with the subject being restrained as well. What's amazing is that once a staff member learns the core application of SafeWrap, it is very easy for them to learn how to enter the system from virtually any position in a physical altercation. If the subject is intentionally proned out with their hands hidden under their body, instead of escalating with potentially injurious strikes, we use leverage to rotate their body and enter the SafeWrap lateral restraint position. If they try to get up on their hands and knees, we have the turtle entry to drive them to their back and enter the system. If the subject is seated during initial contact, we can use the seated entry to the SafeWrap system and either cuff directly from there or transition to the ground for greater control. The SafeWrap system even includes solo survival skills for worst case scenarios. If a staff member is attacked without a colleague present, they will have the skills to control the distance and minimize injuries sustained until help arrives, and the SafeWrap system can be used to neutralize the aggressor, take control, and de-escalate the situation. For organizations in healthcare or corrections, SafeWrap can be integrated with existing equipment or procedures such as 4-point restraints and/or restraint chairs to achieve maximum control with the lowest probability of injury, while also reducing the total number of staff members needed in each restraint equation. The fact that the entire system was built with safety at top of mind means that SafeWrap is ideal for use on virtually all populations, from children to the elderly to mental health patients and everyone in between. And because we can see the subject's face the entire time, we can very easily monitor them for medical distress throughout the encounter. Now, the SafeWrap system is patent pending worldwide and does require a license for use. There is currently no licensing cost for early adopter law enforcement, military, or first responder organizations, but obtaining and activating a SafeWrap license is required before an organization can use the system to ensure they are committed to upholding the minimum training requirements so that all end users are properly trained in this potentially life-saving system. The SafeWrap system is already being licensed to countless agencies across the country, including law enforcement, corrections, probation, and parole. Even the United Nations is using the system, and the feedback has been nothing short of phenomenal. In Wisconsin, Officer Stevens used the system to restrain and de-escalate a female who attacked his colleagues in a courthouse.
Because of the grips and the control that I had, she wasn't able to scratch me. She wasn't able to bite me. She wasn't able to hit. And I was able to assess her medically and for level of consciousness because we were face to face the entire time. At no point through the entire encounter did I have any fear of losing control of the grips. So that allowed me to remain calm and allowed me to calm down the entire situation, de-escalating and helping her through her emotional distress.
Not long after that incident, 2 officers in Pennsylvania used the system to safely and effectively restrain an assaultive male, even though they only had 2 hours of SafeWrap training. Listen to what their chief had to say about the incident and the SafeWrap system.
Obviously, the move itself is so impressive and so well thought out. And but I think what it actually showed our guys here is that they can communicate with one another as they're taking sometimes a combative subject into custody. After 29 years on the job, I can say I've never seen an instance where officers communicate so well during a use of force situation. And I can tell you that after seeing the videos, seeing it firsthand, now hearing that my officers have successfully completed it, how can you not buy into it? People are going to be very happy with the results they get from this.
SafeWrap is very easy to learn and it's very effective. And based on these 2 factors, it has the potential to significantly reduce restraint-related injuries in any organization that adopts it. In order for an organization to begin using the system, however, a representative from that organization must first complete the SafeWrap Instructor Certification program. And this can happen one of 4 ways. Number 1, the standalone 2-day SafeWrap Instructor Certification program. This is the fastest way for anyone to get SafeWrap certified. Number 2, the Gracie Survival Tactics Level 2 Instructor Certification Program. This path is ideal for law enforcement professionals since it covers tons of other law enforcement specific skills besides SafeWrap. Number 3, the Gracie Medical Defense Instructor Certification Program. For healthcare professionals, this is the way to go because you also get certified in the complete Gracie Medical Defense curriculum for workplace violence prevention. And number 4, for those who can't get to any of the in-person certification courses, we also offer an online certification option where you can access all the lessons online, practice with your own training partners from anywhere in the world, and then demonstrate your proficiency in the material by recording and uploading videos. And if you pass the video evaluation process, you'll be certified to teach the SafeWrap system. Listen guys, I'm absolutely confident that you are going to love the SafeWrap Instructor Certification Program and all of its contents. But just in case you don't believe me, listen to what these graduates had to say about their experience.
I have 28 years law enforcement experience, and a lot of that was in defensive tactics. SafeWrap is by far the most effective 2-on-1 restraint method I've ever seen.
My name's Sergeant Chris Craig, and I work for the Alameda County Sheriff's Office. I've been in law enforcement for about 16 years, so I'm always looking for improved training and techniques to get our people trained better. The hands underneath the body in the prone position is a common way to resist for a lot of suspects. Extracting those hands, traditionally, there's not a lot of techniques that don't involve some sort of significant level of force being leveled on that suspect. Being able to learn a technique where we don't have to put that suspect in the prone control and still be able to securely handcuff a person and control them through that handcuffing process is a great aspect of this technique.
We see a lot of injuries associated with having to go hands-on with our patients. I've seen shattered elbows. I've seen people get absolutely kicked in the face with broken noses, broken orbits. Most of the systems I've worked with and encountered, they require 4, 5, 6 people to hold on to a patient effectively. Now we're talking about 2 people and also being more effective.
We have security that are responding, we have clinical staff that are responding, we have support staff that are responding. They all have been speaking a separate language. By utilizing SafeWrap techniques, we can be separate entities that come together and are able to effectively render a situation safe because they're speaking the same language.
This is it, you guys. Once you complete the Instructor Certification Program and your organization activates the appropriate SafeWrap license, you are authorized to train and certify end users within your organization. With as little as 4 to 8 hours per year of hands-on training, all staff members will be speaking the same SafeWrap language so that any 2 team members are empowered to handle a crisis with optimal communication, composure, and care. To learn more about SafeWrap, including our upcoming instructor certification course dates and our online certification options, visit us online at safewrapsystem.com.